Okay, good evening, everyone. Welcome to this program or a webinar on the CMA program. Firstly, thank you very much for taking your time and coming for this webinar. I hope now the audio is working perfectly fine. Is it still breaking, Sandy, Mohammed, or is it perfectly fine now? No. Okay, yeah, perfect. Thank you. So yeah, welcome everyone. I know evening time, some of you might be just back from office, some of you might be still in office. So thank you firstly very, very much for taking your time and coming for the program. Okay, now I'll just quickly introduce myself, and we also have with us Rabi. So I'll just quickly introduce both of us. Now I'm Shannon Thomas. I'm from Kaplan. I'm a senior manager at Kaplan, and I head the business for Abu Dhabi. So I've been training since more than 7 years now. So I train for CFA, CMA, some papers in ACCA, financial modeling, equity research, derivatives, and I've been doing a lot of training for B2C batches, that is our classroom sessions, and also corporates. Prior to this, I worked in the industry. So I worked for almost 10 years in equity research, investment banking, and asset management industries. Just prior to taking up training full-time, I worked with a boutique investment firm, Esta Capital, wherein I was one of the co-founders and the partners, which was into investment advisory. Prior to that, I worked with JP Morgan in their investment banking division as a investment banking analyst covering North American banking and asset management companies. And teaching is something that I really love doing. So this is basically finance and financial management, financial analysis is one topic which is, I would say, very close to my heart, a topic which I enjoy being a practitioner of, and at the same time teaching. So I'm actively involved in financial markets in the form of an investor, investing in public, private markets, analyzing businesses, and at the same time, I also enjoy teaching these topics. So that's about me. Yeah, Rabi, you could just, so I'll just hand it over to Rabi. Yeah.
Hello, everyone, and thank you for attending this webinar. Thank you for giving us the time to introduce ourselves. First of all, I have to talk to you, Shannon, after the call, since you are a guru in investment. I'm interested in that. I didn't know that before. So for me, I'm Rabi Ibrahim. I'm the business development specialist in IMA. I'm responsible for the whole Middle East region. I deal directly with corporates and with course providers in the region. I have been in the banking sector for 5 years in Lebanon and in UAE, and then I moved to IMA to shift from the business side, where I'm seeing how the market is changing so fast, especially in the banking sector, to move to a place which is the IMA. The IMA is the Institute of Management Accountants. It's an association that is dedicated to developing, connecting, and certifying the accountants in the market. IMA also supports accountants in the market in a way that it makes the accountants and finance professionals in the market future-proof, where they know all the skills that the market now require. Because if we want to talk about the market right now, it's not only as an accountant you have to have one skill, you have to have a lot of skills. You are not dealing with the local market, you are dealing with the global markets. You are not dealing with a small team, you're probably dealing with a big team in different countries. So you have to know all those management skills other than the accounting and finance skills that the CMA teaches you. So in IMA, we are 130,000 members. We are present in more than 150 countries. We are 10 global offices. Our office in Dubai is responsible for the Middle East, and we have approved course providers in the market. One of them is Kaplan Genesis. Shannon, I'm not sure if I overlooked the agenda, I guess. So this is the agenda that we will be doing for this webinar. I will be introducing the CMA. Then Shannon will take it over to discuss more about Kaplan, and we will have some tips, and we will reply to your questions after that. Who are the companies that are interested in IMA, or they have already CMAs in their team in high positions, in high profiles? CMAs are working in Bosch, in the CIA, they are working in Apple. Tomorrow there is a big Apple event as well. They are working in Disney, they are working in Ford. Not only that, not only those companies value the CMA to have employees that are CMAs. Some companies, they have academies within their departments where they teach their own employees to do the CMA. They push the employees to do the CMA for self-development and for the whole company development. And if you want to mention some companies that are local or in our region that really value the CMA, we are talking about Aramco, which is the biggest company in the region. We are talking about ADNOC. We are talking about PwC. We are talking about Abu Dhabi investment funds. They are all interested in the CMA, and they are teaching the CMA to their employees. Who are management accountants? For example, someone will ask me, what do the management accountant will do? He will do planning, he will do risk management, he will do cost management, he will do performance management, he will do decision analysis and strategic decision making. And who are the CMAs in the market that work in the companies that I have mentioned before all over the world? They can be cost accountants, they can be business analysts, they can be CFOs, they can be CEOs, they can be financial analysts or risk managers. And those people, when they want to recruit someone, they will look into the market for people that have the same values in order to push their departments to upscale their department skills. If you want to take as an example here, what the CFOs look at. The CFOs look at strategic and planning performance, which the CMA teaches you. They will look at people that have reporting and controlling skills. They look at people that work within the technology rather than resisting the technology. They will look at business operators. Of course, people has to have ethics and has to have leadership skills. So that what the recruiters or the managers in the market look at, and that what CMA provide you as an accountant and finance professional. If you want to talk about the salaries, what does the CMA provide you as a salary? Our recent study, which was in 2020, showed us that the median average, the median total compensation is 63% higher for people who are CMAs over the non-CMAs. And this is a global average. I have seen people in Bahrain that they are getting 1.5 the salary since they got the CMA. I have seen people in the market who are searching for jobs, and you know now, if there is a job on LinkedIn, within seconds there will be 1,000 applicants. So if you have a professional certification, if you have CMA, you will be in the top of those applicants, because you know the filtration will happen and they will choose they will shortlist the candidates. Those are the topics that the CMA teaches candidates. teaches students. If you want to look at the first part, it is financial planning, performance, and analytics. It is mainly accounting. And if you want to compare CMA to other certifications like CPA, like CFA, you can see that some of the topics here are already in other certifications. For example, cost management, it is there. For example, budgeting, it is there in the auditing. And also we have introduced our new topic, which is technology and analytics. If you want to look at the second part, strategic financial management, it is mainly finance. And if you prefer finance topics over the accounting topic, you can start with part 2 or part 1. It's up to you. In part 2, you can learn decision analysis. You can learn investment decision, which is part of the CFA. You can learn financial statement analysis. And also you can learn risk management, which is an FRI, for example, the certification. So the spectrum of the CMA teaches you a lot of things that are available in any other professional certification. Plus, it teaches you the management skills, which is very important. As I said, you can start in part 2 or part 1. The exam is 100 multiple choice question and 2 essay questions. Each essay question is for 30 minutes. What are the requirements to be a CMA? You have to complete both exam parts. You have to clear them. You have to have a bachelor degree in any major, whether it is hospitality, whether it is accounting, whether it is engineer, whatever it is, in any major. And you have to have 2 years of experience in accounting or finance. Also, you have to have an active membership. How is the test done? The test is done in Prometric Testing Center, which is in Knowledge Village if you are in Dubai. You can book this online, and it is computerized exam. And here is a very, very strong point where the CMA is very flexible. For example, if you didn't pass, for example, you weren't lucky in January, February, or May, June, or September, October, you don't have to wait 1 year until you sit for the exam again. You can sit for the exam 2 months after you didn't score the mark, which is 360 over 500. So you have 6 months in the year where you can sit for the exam, which are January, February, May, June, September, October. And also I want to jump here to page 38, which is the prices for the CMA. Those are the prices or the price of the products that the CMA has. We are talking about the membership, which is 1 year. It is $245. We are talking about the CMA free entrance fee, which is $250. And each exam part 1 is 415 and part 2 is 415. The total of those will be 1,325. However, since Kaplan are our approved provider, they have special discount, tailored discount, where the price will go down from 1,325 to $840. We are talking about 50% discount on the first 2, membership and CMA entrance, and we are giving $115 on each exam part. That is for Kaplan Genesis, as Kaplan as our approved course provider. I will go back to my slides. Okay, so to wrap up what I have said, CMA gives you global recognition. You will have, it's like a passport to send you for more than 150 countries in the world. It is recognized everywhere. It also gives you advancement in your career. If you are in a department of 7 accountants, if you have the CMA, you have advantage, you have privilege over your colleagues. You can become future proof, and we have seen how the last year was really disrupted. Many people lost their jobs. The only one that kept their jobs were the people that are qualified to be in the job. So CMA helps you to protect your career and to protect your job. Earn more, as I said, the recent studies shows 63% increase in salary or higher salary for CMAs over the non-CMA. And the last point, get connected. Unfortunately, the past 2 years weren't that easy to get connected with people, but I have attended a lot of events. I have met a lot of people. I have shared my business card with a lot of people. I know that education is very important, certifications are very important, experience is very important. It's very important, the experience, but also the connections are really important. Without the connections, you cannot reach anywhere. So you need connections to come up to the ladder, to step up your game, to reach places where you didn't imagine that you will reach. Connections are very important. IMA provides you with connections with all the IMA members. Hopefully we'll get back to live events and live seminars. It will be a seminar, not a webinar. So you will meet those people. And I've met, like, for example, CFO of HSBC. I have met I forgot the company. It was a medical company, one of the biggest in the Middle East. Tamer, the name is Tamer company. Yeah, I've met the CFO of this company. I have met a lot of influential people. I have contact now with them. So really, the connection is very important. What does the IMA membership also offers you other than what I have mentioned? It gives you access to webinars like this one, and you will have other webinars. It depends on the topic. Also, it will help you have access to articles done by corporates or done by universities. It will give you access to online courses, a lot of online courses. I have done this one, IMA Excel 365. I have done data analytics. I have done blockchain. I have done 2 or 3 other certifications that are really beneficial, and some of them are free. Also, you will have access to podcasts and research. If you have any research, you will have access to this. That's it from my side. To you, Shannon, if you want to share your screen also.
Yes, Rabi, I'll just share my screen. Just a second.
I'll stay with you on the call until the end of the webinar so we can take the questions together, okay?
Yeah, definitely. Okay, so hello everyone. So now that you all have an idea about what the CMA program is, what are the topics in the CMA program, and what exactly it means by having a CMA certificate, we are now, or I'll, on behalf of Kaplan, will discuss about how we help you in this journey in clearing your CMA exams. We will talk about Kaplan's training solutions and the excellence program that we have. Firstly, let me just quickly introduce Kaplan to you. I'm sure most of you might have heard about Kaplan. So we are one of the leading providers of training solutions in the entire world. So we have, although we've been a US-based company, but then we have major presence in US, UK, and even Middle East. So we started, as in just to talk about the history, we started as Genesis Institute, which was primarily into providing training solutions only in Dubai. But now, post the acquisition, we are one of the leading providers in the Middle East, not just focused in Dubai, but then Dubai, Abu Dhabi, Saudi, Bahrain. So different cities, major cities in this region is where we've been providing training solutions and doing different type of programs, CFA, CMA, ACCA, and most of our trainers are also qualified in all of these certifications. And that is why they are able to understand the differences between different programs and being able to explain different things using different examples because of all this, the cross exam experiences, right? So that's about Kaplan. Now, why Kaplan Professional for CMA, right? How are we different in this businesses? One, we are the market leaders in finance certifications, be it CFA, be it CMA, be it ACCA, right? Be it CPA. So for all these programs, we've been the market leaders. Study materials, we provide Wiley study materials, which is the gold standard when it comes to CMA preparation. We are very, very flexible in the way you want to learn. See now, again, I know we all prefer learning face to face, but then COVID and this entire lockdown has forced all of us, and even as a trainer, I enjoy being in the class and shouting and teaching. That is my and I would say my style. But yeah, had to adapt in the last 1.5 years now. I know the learner community, trainer community, all of us are trying to adapt. So we understand this. Everyone has different priorities, preferences, and that is why we are offering flexible programs, as in you can attend live online, you can attend face to face, even in case you miss, the recorded videos are there, right? In addition to this, there are additional doubt clearing and career guidances that we do. We have our own WhatsApp groups. These WhatsApp groups are very, very active, as in every morning when I wake up, there are so many messages in the WhatsApp group, and in most cases, the questions get answered much before we even see, because all the students are there, every trainer is there. So anytime you have a question, what students generally do is just click a pic, show a screenshot, that's it, and then get their questions answered. We have full-time certified trainers. Now, this is something that really is different with us than any other firms in this region, is that we don't do trainings with freelancers. I don't mean that freelancers don't teach well, but what generally we've seen is, see, in an exam prep, it's a 60, 70, or at times 120-hour journey. Now, in such a long journey, what you really need is someone who's really committed, someone who really talks to the students, someone who's really invested in the dream as much as the student is. And that is where we realize that full-time trainers have that level of commitment. On the other hand, freelancers, what we've seen is they come and they are very particular about the number of hours they teach. Okay, if it's 3 hours, they'll only teach 3 hours. They won't be willing to give the additional hours. And that is basically where we realize that we need full-time trainers to be more committed and more invested in the student dreams and goals. And that is where we've been very, very particular about this, that all our trainers will be full-time. And it's highly customized based on the needs of the student. We give a lot of exam practice questions, and most of these, in fact, comes from Wiley. In addition to that, even in the class, we provide a lot of additional practice questions. And see, these questions are not just that, okay, you solve and that's it. We monitor them. We help whenever there are any issues. And even right now, even in this training program, there are all of us here, as in I am here to represent Kaplan from a training perspective, how we teach. We also have our sales team, marketing team, just in case you all want to ask about the fees or how exactly the structure of payments would be. We have Rabbi who's going to talk, or who can help you with any questions related to how or about the institute and about the certification. So this way, smallest of questions that you'll have, everything will be answered here. Okay. Now, talking about our trainers, so we have Bilal, who is basically a trainer since I think more than 3 years. His areas of expertise is more on the financial reporting. There is Sana. Sana is more on, again, financial analysis, cost, budgeting. Shiv is again more into financial analysis, external financial reporting decisions. There's Murtaza. Murtaza, again, his specialty is business valuation, financial products. And then there is Hatim. So there are 5 full-time trainers, and including me, we are 6 full-time trainers when it comes to providing services or training services for CMA. Now, about our training program. So in general, what we believe is there are 2 phases, even in your preparation. See, even if you were doing it on your own, imagine how would you do? Imagine there's no prep provider and you want to prepare for an exam. What you would do is initial stage, you will try to go through the topics. You will read the books, you will try to understand the curriculum, and then that will be a very slow journey. And then maybe few weeks or few months before the exam, all of a sudden you will start revising everything that you've studied. And that is exactly how our training programs are also designed. So there are two parts to it. There's the Prep Pro. This is basically where the preparation is being done. And the second is the Revision Pro. Now, what happens in the Prep Pro is we have 60 hours plus instructor-led classes. Now, instructor-led classes means the instructor is there in the class. You all can come face to face, have interactions with him. And this is 60 hours per part. Okay, so for part 1, part 2, around 60 plus hours of instructor-led classes. There are personalized doubt clearing sessions. So if the sessions are, let's say, 10 to 1, you can come to the sessions at 9 o'clock in the morning. Trainer would be more than willing and happy to come and attend any or have any of your questions answered. Now, every time we complete a particular topic in the curriculum, we ensure that there are problem solving and revision done. So every 4th or 5th class, what you will see is a question-based day wherein we are solving a lot of questions, exam-style questions. In the class, we solve more than 400 multiple choice questions, which are very, very exam-like. We also provide pre-recorded video lectures. Now, these are again provided as a suit by Wiley. So they have their pre-recorded videos just in case you would like to have an additional session set of videos for you to go through, right? Class slides, formula sheet will be provided. There will be a WhatsApp study group and an online discussion forum for any questions that you'll have. And there will be study planner sessions which will help you organize your preparation. Now, what happens during revisions? Now, revision is done very closer to the exam. So it is 2 full days during the weekend. Now, we've purposely had it on a weekend because you won't have work those days, and that is why you will be able to attend full hour sessions. Now, in the Revision Pro, again, the focus is not teaching you each and every concept, right? The focus is on, and as in we assume that you all have attended the prep, you all know most of it, and then now it's about being able to quickly remember it. And this is generally how our brain also stores and learns information, right? As in we need to understand everything and then quickly revise it again, and that's how it gets cemented. So we are going to have 2 full day weekend sessions covering the entire curriculum, right? There will be problem solving and reviewing key concepts. Practice sessions will be there. Again, you will have access to recorded videos, formula sheets, all these things would be provided, and also sample essay questions. Remember, in your CMA exam, you all will also have essay questions. So all of these assistance would be provided in the Revision Pro. This is generally done closer to the exam. So maybe 30 days, 20 days before the exam is where we will have our Revision Pro. Study materials, again, in this industry, you know, there are different study material providers. We stick to the gold standard. So we provide Wiley study materials. Their textbooks are provided. More than 5,500 practice questions are provided. More than 66 hours of bite-sized video lectures by Wiley is provided. And there's also a score predictor, which tries to predict how much will you score in your exam, right? Again, this is globally benchmarked, trying to see, and based on a lot of algorithms that they've seen, and based on this, they try to predict how much you might score in your exam. Now, talking about the exam format. So the exam, the CMA exam has 2 parts. Part 1, part 2, you can take it in any order, but then each part can be attempted once within a window. So you remember there's 3 windows: Jan, Feb window, May, June window, and September, October window. So in one particular window, one particular part can be attempted only once. So in Jan and Feb, let's say this window, if you attempted for part 1, and then you felt that, oh, you have not performed well, then the next time you can attend is in the May-June window. Now, you must attempt one part within 12 months from entering the program. So once you enter the program, basically you pay the fee to enroll into the CMA program. Within 1 year, you have to enroll for at least one part, and you have to complete both parts within 3 years. So ideally, what you all should not do is, like, let's say attempting for part one, you clearing it and then waiting for a long time, 4-5 years to give the second part. That won't be considered. So in that case, you will have to appear for the part again, as in the part which you cleared, you'll have to appear for that again. Now, talking about scores and grading. So see here in the CMA exam, there are two parts. There is MCQs. So your MCQs will look like this. So there will be a question and there are 4 options. Okay. Now you have to, so first when you start, you will have MCQs, right? And you should answer at least 50% of the MCQs correctly, right? Now, if you have answered 50% of the MCQs correctly, you start giving your essays, right? So only 50% if you correct, only then you are eligible to sit for the essay part. Otherwise, if you've scored less than 15 MCQs, they just assume that however well you score in your essays, you're not going to pass. So that is why you're not allowed to then appear for the essays. Now, from a weightage perspective, 75% of the marks are from MCQs and 25% is essays. Now, how does an essay question look like? So in essay question, there will be a huge case study. And here, your answer is something that you have to type. It's not a one-word answer. It will be a constructed response. Again, it's not about writing very, very lengthy answers. The CMA Institute is very clear here. The answers have to be precise, covers the more important stuff, and then shows all these things in a very structured format. Okay. So here, yes, your typing speed comes into picture, which can help you save time. Then understand that each MCQ has equal weight. So there is no MCQ that is more important or less important. Every MCQ has equal weight. Essay part will be graded offline. So your MCQs are usually graded using the system itself. They know how much you scored right after you give your exam. Essay part is graded offline. Someone is actually reading your answers, right? And your total scores will determine whether you pass or fail. So it's purely binary results. You either pass or fail. And they also give you a score. So how comfortably you have passed. So here your passing mark is 360 and this is 360 out of 500. So, but again, this is not exactly based on, yeah, it's a scale. It's a scale of 0 to 500, of which 360 is the minimum passing score that you need. Now, talking about sample exam questions, we have already discussed this. There are MCQs and there are essays. So there are both type of questions that you all will encounter in the exam. Now, talking about Kaplan's learning management system, as in what exactly is Kaplan going to give you. Now, let me just demonstrate that to you here itself. So after you log or after you enroll for the program, you all will get an LMS access like this, right? So you all will have the course schedule given. So this is the course schedule of a previous batch. So the entire schedule is here, right? So Tuesday, Wednesday, whenever it is, the starting time, what is the duration, all of these would be here. The class link is here. So in case you want to attend it live online, you will have, okay, I am not going to start this now, but yeah, the Zoom meeting link is here. You have topic, again, yeah, here, as of now, we don't have. So we have Q&A. So if you see for part 2, we have the entire Q&A uploaded here, and all of these things you all will be able to access. Okay, so here you all have the entire Q&A uploaded. Similarly, you have the course slides. So the slides that we use are uploaded here, right? So the Wiley slides are here. Then all the class notes. Now this is one of the USPs. So when a trainer is teaching, he's not just teaching from the slides, as in you would have seen me, even when I'm going through these presentations, I'm so used to writing, right? Because trainers here, what we do is, it's not just the slides, right? The value add comes from writing, wherein, just to give you an example, let's say this is an exam, this is a lecture done on 15th of April, right? So here, if you see, the trainer would make his own notes. Everything is given here just so that you'll understand how it is being done, right? Or let's say, as in, this is done not just for one topic, for every topic. What you will see is these kind of notes will be provided, wherein we just don't teach, but then there are notes, plus there are basically the presentation. So it's a combination of this two. Now, what if you miss one of the sessions? As in, it's quite possible that you might miss one of the sessions. In such cases, recorded videos will be provided, right? So just to give you, let's say 29th April, there was a session which was done. In case you've missed it, right? So the recorded video sessions are here, right? So you don't miss anything, right? Even in case you are unable to attend the sessions, they are recorded and you will be able to attend all these sessions. Okay, so you have your class notes, recorded videos, bite-sized video learning, course slides, virtual lecture links. All of these are provided in the LMS platform that you will have. Okay, so the moment you enroll, you all will get an email, a welcome email, where your login ID and password would be given. A link will be given. You just have to log in and access the notes. Then in general, how the entire journey would be. So there is dedicated student support, right? So there is in fact a student advisor. You all can reach out to her anytime. We generally have motivation and counseling and career advisory sessions. See, because we understand that this is not a one-day program where there's some information thrown into you. See, it's now, information is something that can come from anywhere. But what we realize is that it's a journey, right? 120 hours of interaction is huge, right? So we understand that just teaching you is not enough, and just teaching you might also not take you till the end of the program. So we continuously motivate you to ensure that that you all stay motivated to give the exam. We provide extra practice sessions, doubt clearing sessions, and there's a discussion forum. I think we've discussed most of these. Now, in addition to this, now this is something which is a bonus that we are currently providing, which is the excellence program. Now, what is this excellence program? This is completely free, right? We generally, so in fact, this is something that we generally charge when we do it on a separate basis. But for every student who's enrolling for the CMA program, there will be 2 days of additional professional development learning sessions, wherein there will be 1 full day on finance skills, 1 full day on leadership and development skills, right? So CV writing, how to prepare your CV for interviews, personal branding, how do you brand yourself, interview skills. So these are done on the 2nd day. And on the 1st day, we have financial modeling. We teach you how to do financial modeling on Excel, financial storytelling, and how to present data in a way which finally leads to a decision. We also speak about some upcoming fields in finance, that is data analytics, big data. And again, we have a specialized trainers for these. And something that is something that students are really interested in these days, blockchain, crypto, how Bitcoins work, how to buy and sell Bitcoins, right? Again, the purpose is not any investment advice. The purpose is so that you'll understand how these new financial products, they work. Now, in addition to this, we have also provided placement support. Now, see, placement support is not what Kaplan is about, right? We are into training, but then there are a lot of employers who've reached out to us in the past asking for candidates, right? As in, they need few people who have cleared CMA. All we do is just post a message on the WhatsApp group, and interested candidates have applied and they've got into some of these roles, right? So these are some companies who have hired students from Kaplan. Now, talking about the fees. Now, remember, there are two products that we have. So there is the Prep Pro and the Prep Plus Revision. Right now, ideally speaking, I would definitely suggest all of you go for Prep and Revision, because revision which is being done closer to the exam is very, very important. Although it's just 2 days, trust me, it has been game changer in the past. Okay. Now, what is going to be provided is, or I'll just talk about the fees. So if you go only for Prep, the fees that we usually charge is 4199, and only for, or if you go for Prep Plus Revision, it is 5250. Now, this is if you are selecting only one, part 1 or part 2. In case you go for both part at the same time, part 1 and part 2 both, the fees is 7874. And both Prep, sorry, now we have actually, this is basically just a special promotion that we have. Yeah. Now, both Prep and Revision Pro will include all of these. Study materials will be there, recorded videos will be there, doubt clearing with the trainer, in-class practice test, mock exams, and KPME assurance, right? That is, in case you don't clear, you can come back to us. Now, this is what we generally charge, but we are now closing a batch soon. So in case you enroll before 18th of September for part 1 or 8th of October for part 2, we have a revised subsidized fees here. So Prep plus Revision plus study materials is 3937. In case you don't want Revision Pro, just preparation and your Wiley study materials, the fees is 3200, and this is inclusive of VAT, right? So inclusive of VAT, everything that an entire fees that you would pay is 3937. Talking about study materials, in case you are one who really likes to study on your own, right? So you can also enroll separately only for study materials. So it is 2415 per part. So part 1, part 2 individually is 2415. In case you want both the parts, it is 3623 for both the parts. And in case if you just want Revision Pro and mock exam, it's 1365 dirhams. Now, who should or who could go for this is someone who has already given the exam, who knows the topic, but then you just maybe missed by a small margin, and now you've forgotten some of these things and you just want a quick revision. Now that is where the Revision Pro can be helpful. So, but just in case, in case you're, let's say, a first-time student and you really don't know what CMA exam is all about, so then Revision Pro is not going to help you. But if you've given the exam, Revision Pro will be helpful. Okay. Now, this is a slide that Rabi already spoke about. And then talking about testimonials. Now, these are some candidates who have studied with us in the past. But yeah, again, testimonials, I know very little to add because you must have seen these testimonials in the past also. But yeah, one thing that I can definitely tell you is that, again, at a very personal level, not that because I am at Kaplan and I want to represent, again, at a very, very personal level, one thing that I know is all my colleagues, including me, all of us are very, very passionate about training. All of us simply love teaching, and that you will see in the class, outside the class, in any other interactions. And I think that is one of the biggest differentiators that we've had, that in fact, even when it comes to hiring, like we've been hiring few trainers, as in the first thing that we look at is this trainer able to maintain the same energy level, interest, passion, entire 6-7 hours of session, right? And then that is very, very important. If you don't enjoy teaching, it's very easy to lose interest, right? And if the trainer is not enjoying, it's very difficult for the students to enjoy them. So in fact, that is something that we look at trainers the most, that is they should enjoy teaching. And all of the 6 trainers that I've shown you, 5 and me including, all of us really enjoy teaching. And I really hope to see you all in the class, and hoping to interact with all of you soon. So yeah, thank you very much. Now, let me just tell you, we have Sandy, we have Gada, we have Rabi, there's me. Any questions, anything which is not clear, smallest of questions that you'll have about any of these topics or exams or fees or check payments, how is it done? For any of these questions, feel free to reach out, right? How? You all can either chat or you all can maybe unmute yourself and directly ask, whatever you all are more comfortable with. Yeah, so any questions on anything that we have discussed so far? Yes, Mohammed, definitely. So Mohammed has a question, revision part, as in what exactly is revision? Now in revision, what we generally do is we cover this entire topic. So if you see here, in fact, I can just show you here itself. See, we had a session on 6th of April, then 14th, then 15th, then 21st, then 22nd. This is the prep, right? 188 minutes, 129 minutes, 121 minutes. So this way, we teach the entire curriculum starting from April till June. So from April till June, what we have is the entire preparation. And then you have 18th June, just before your exam, one entire day of 504 minutes. All these topics are covered quickly because you anyways know it, just to remind you all of these, and then just some shortcuts and tips and tricks are provided. And this way there are 2 sessions, right? So let's say, just to give you an example, how does revision day 1 look like? So it's a long video. It's a long day, but yeah, as when you come closer to the exam, those energy levels would be there. So if you see, it's like a complete day where a lot of questions are solved. So you could see questions being solved, right? So here a lot of questions are solved, and along with questions, we keep on explaining the concepts too, right? So this is basically done for 2 days. Now that is revision. Okay. So Mohammed, I hope I've answered the question. And Mohammed.
Sharma, okay. No,
Yeah,
sorry. Is this fees cover both parts?
So are you referring to this fees, or are you referring to the CMA fees?
If it is for the CMA fees, it is 415 for each exam part, and you will get discount from Kaplan, $115 for each. So each exam part will be $300. If it is for the class fees, it's up to you, Shannon.
Yes. Now for the class fees, it is 3937 is per part. Okay, this is per part. Okay, so all the fees that you've seen here is per part except for this number. So 7874, or this is the only number which is for both together. Okay.
There is also another question from Shamara.
Yeah.
Is it okay to do both to do CMA both parts together, or CMA parts one by one? What do you advise? From my side, I advise that you do it in different windows, to sit for the exams in different windows. I want to say something for everyone. CMA exam is not easy. It's challenging. You have to put effort in it. You have to be dedicated to pass the exams, and you yourself with Kaplan, you have to make effort to pass the exam. It's not easy, but it's not impossible as well. Many people we have around 65,000 CMAs, and we have in the program now 65,000 that are studying for the CMA. So it is challenging. I suggest that you do each exam part in one exam windows, but it's up to you.
Yeah,
you can do it.
so yeah, personally, just again, my thoughts on this would be, again, see, the good part about CMA is it's not only once in a year. Right? As in, even if you give both parts in one window, all that you might save is 2 to 3 months. Right? It's not a huge time that you will be saving. But in case you are already, let's say, a CFA charter holder, or you've already cleared your ACCA, you are well versed with these concepts already, then maybe you could attempt. But otherwise, I don't see a huge benefit that you will have in clearing both the attempts in one window, because unless it's very, very urgent for you that you'll have to quickly finish it. Otherwise, it's just a matter of 3 months. It gives you more time to actually study the topic and understand the topic more deeply, right? If you do one topic per window, one part per window. So it's just that there's more time to enjoy uh, the learning process. But just in case, yeah, you've already done these things before and you need it urgently for maybe your job or something, and then in that case, there is an option. But yeah, I would say it's fine even if you case take like apart one by one. That is, you just require like 3 months extra. That's it. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Thank you.
Is there any other question?
Yeah. Any questions, please? So I think Jovita has a question. If we attend first part in Jan Feb, when can we attend the second part? Right? You can attend the second part in Jan Feb itself, or else the next window, May June. So the the immediately next window, you can attend it. And you can do the other way around also. You can give second part in Jan Feb, first part in May June. That's also possible. Okay, so I hope the question is answered. Yeah, perfect. Thank you. Sinem, yeah. How is the class format? Is it face-to-face or computer-based? See, it is face-to-face, but then the sessions are being recorded. So it is like the traditional where trainer is standing, teaching. It's just that he's being recorded so that just in case someone misses the session or someone is not keeping well and really doesn't want to take the risk of coming to a class, they are able to attend online. But the mode is still old school, wherein the trainer comes and discusses and students can interact. Just that there's an added flexibility of, in case you want to attend it online, you all can attend it. And because we wanted to record the sessions, that is basically the reason. Yeah, how many sessions a week? So if you see, we generally have 2 sessions a week, right? As in, on an average, there will be 2 sessions a week. Now see, if you see here, 20, 21, then 27, 28, third and fourth, 8, 17, 5 and 8. So on an average, there will be like 2 sessions a month, a week. Okay. Jovita, do you have a coaching center in Sharjah? No, our coaching center is in Dubai, Sheikh Zayed Road, or right opposite, as in, I would say the closest building to DIFC Metro, as in you can actually throw a stone from your metro to our office. So that's how close it is. But yeah, that is one. And secondly, we also have an office in Abu Dhabi. So in Dubai and Abu Dhabi, we have trainings going on. Okay. Now, yeah, Chamra has a question. One second. Just a second. Yeah, Rabi, if you could answer this. Will external audit experience be counted for training requirement for CMA?
Sharma, that's a good question, but I'll rephrase it. You mean as experience, because we need 2 years of experience. Yes, definitely external auditing is part of accounting and finance, so it will be considered as experience needed for you to have the CMA. There is another question. Hi, if I'm attending part 1 exam in KSA, yeah, you can do the exam
Yes.
wherever you want. Will either of the session will be full on Fridays? This is for you, Shannon. Hamad is asking the question.
Yeah, so Sandy Gada, if you could just help with this. In the current schedule that we have, are there sessions on Fridays? Yeah, so yeah, I think so. The part 1 is on Saturday. There's nothing on Fridays, right, Sandy? Yeah. So part 1, you will have it on Saturdays. Part 2, there might be on Fridays also. So part 2 sessions would be on Fridays. Jovita has asked, is there any exemption? So Jovita, do you mean as in someone who has cleared the CFA or someone who has cleared some other exams, do they have an exemption in CMA? What was that your question?
If you are asking about exemptions for the CMA, it is 2 exam parts, so there will be no exemption. If you are talking about having a CMA and providing it provides you with other exemption, you have to check with each certification, each other certification. There are different exemptions, but as for the CMA, there is no exemption.
Yeah, so I think, yeah, by the way, Gada has just messaged, I hope everyone can see it, that level 1 sessions will be on Saturdays and level 2 sessions will be on Fridays. Okay, yeah. Yeah, perfect. Thank you, Gada. Chamara, yeah. I'd like to see him do CMA with Kaplan. I got completed with ACCA with Kaplan, but I have planned to go to Sri Lanka, my home.
I'm not sure about Sri Lanka if they have a testing center. You can check Prometric website, Shamara. You can check Prometric website if they have testing center in Sri Lanka.
I would, as in I'm like 90% sure that there would be in Colombo.
There will be.
Yeah, because GRE, GMAT exams are being conducted by Prometric in Colombo.
So they will have.
They will have. It's a major city, so I don't see any reason why there won't be. But yeah, maybe you can just check once. I'll also just quickly check whether it's there in Prometric in Colombo. I'm assuming it would be. Yeah, I think it is there, but yeah, I'll just check because I'm not sure about Colombo. It is there, yeah. So Chamra, it is there in Colombo also, so you can attend the session from Colombo. Right, so they've partnered with Pearson in Colombo, so you can attend the session here. Okay, yeah, No problem. Yeah.
Is there any other questions?
Any other questions, please? Okay, I think there are no more questions.
Okay, thank you everyone for
And,
attending this webinar. Thank you, Shannon. It was a great session. We'll contact each other later.
Yeah, definitely.
I just want to tell everyone to start doing the CMA. Don't postpone the starting, and be dedicated. Do effort to pass the CMA, and you will see results after it. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you very, very much, everyone. And thank you, firstly, all participants who are very, very interactive. You'll ask a lot of questions, and not just for me or Rabi, as in you'll asked a range of questions. So thank you very, very much for that. And this is really needed in online sessions. So thank you very much. Also, thank you very much, Rabi, Sandy, and Gada for answering all those questions. Thank you very much. Yeah.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Yeah, thank you. So have a wonderful evening. Thank you.